Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story today, traffic. It is increasing, but the RTA has a solution.
And we'll also be talking about free Wi-Fi in 23,000 spots around Dubai.
Yes, there is. Also, Dubai municipality is conducting over 350 inspections at school canteens to ensure food safety for your kids.
And of course, the world's best country list is here. And I wonder which countries made that list.
You just wait for that. But before we get into all, one quick thing I want to mention is tomorrow there will be no show.
There will be no show.
The show is not happening. We will miss you all so much.
It really will. And yeah, if you guys wake up to our show, if you guys tune in every morning diligently, we're so sorry. We really apologize.
We are off on a work trip to Egypt.
It's going to be a lot of work.
Not so much work, just a trip to Egypt, where we have a sister city, Lovin Cairo. Shout out to them. We're getting all of the Lovin cities together. So in case you didn't know, we're actually nearly topping at 20 Lovin cities across the region. Our aim is to bring news and positive stories of the region to the people, sharing your stories every day. And it's so amazing. We're getting all of the writers and all of the people, the whole team together. So if you want to know what we're up to, do check out Lovin Cairo, because we will post some stories there. So tomorrow there will be no show. Ali K, Shahir, Simran, myself, we'll be in Egypt.
Oh yeah, we'll be in Egypt. And it's amazing, like the milestones this company has taken in the 8 years since it started. It's incredible. And like the amount of cities we've expanded to. So I think all the celebrations, like Casey said, you can catch on Lovin Cairo. Do go follow their page. And of course, Lovin Dubai will be posting a few stories just to like keep you guys in the loop, of course. Lovin fam.
And shout out to everyone who won't be coming with us. But it's 8:32. And before we jumped into our top story, I want to talk to you about something that happened to me 2 days ago. And I want to know if anyone's ever experienced something like this. I've never had it face to face so direct. So I went into a bank. I was setting up a joint account with my partner. We sat down with the bank teller, I guess. And the first kind of sign that something was amiss was when the bank teller said to my partner, does she work? And I was kind of like, yeah, I work, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Didn't even ask you. Asked your partner while you were sitting right there.
Does she work? Do you work? Yeah. No, maybe it was do you work? Okay. So that was a bit of I was like, yeah, of course I work. No work. But a little later in the conversation, when we were figuring out, well, the teller was explaining how things were going to go down once the card arrived for this new account. And he basically looked at my partner and was like, you're going to need to explain to her how to do the PIN. You're going to need to tell her how to set up the PIN on her phone. It's 6-digit, and you'll need to tell her how to do it. Her was sitting right there trying to make eye contact saying, I'm here, you know, I could probably figure it out if you tell me.
Yeah.
But he's looking at my partner being like, you're going to need to explain to her
that's so frustrating
how it's done. From the and I was thinking, I was like, I've done, you know, it's not my first bank account, it's not my first rodeo, I could probably figure it out, but it just felt like he was kind of directing all of the information to my partner and just saying her rather than involving me in the conversation at all. And at the time I was kind of like giving him eye contact, you know, waiting, but it all went to him, not to me. And we kind of walked out thinking, and my partner was blown away as well. We were just like, that was weird.
Yeah.
It literally, like, everything went to him, not to me. And it was like, you'll need to tell her how to do it. It's like,
that is so condescending.
It was really condescending. I was like, her has a name, she's here, she's involved in this conversation, and she's well able to open a bank account. Thank you very much.
And, you know, it's not like I mean, it is more directed towards females, but it's not like a gender specific thing. And it's so frustrating when something like this happens to you, you know. It's like you're not even there, you know, your existence is not there. You're just like something, an object that someone needs to take care of. And in your situation specifically, it's I mean, I can't even imagine like what you must have been thinking in that situation with this guy not even like directing the conversation towards you or acknowledging your existence.
You know, I've been in conversations before when eye contact is made with maybe the male counterparties, which sometimes I understand because I didn't grow up in this region, and maybe there's some cultural things that I don't understand. So if someone isn't, you know, looking me directly in the eye, maybe it was a culture thing. But what I found tricky was the fact that it was the wording of the conversation. Like, you'll need to explain it to her.
Yeah.
It's like.
And with these kind of people, can you imagine how they must be at home with their families and with the women in their families? Like, if this is how they're behaving outside to clients, to customers, to people who are coming in with, like, you know, like requesting and requiring their services, that's how they behave with the women outside. Like, just, you can't even imagine how the women must be treated, like, in their own orbits.
So, do you think it's worth sending an email? Because I don't think it's the bank that we went to. It's an international bank. I don't think it's a representation of the bank. It's probably a representation of the person. You don't want someone to get in trouble, but then you also do want learnings to be made in terms of how people should be treated.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that's worth an email? Am I blowing it out of proportion?
I know, like, you've had the experience, you would know best, but I feel like it's how you word the email also, right? Like, the service was great, everything, we received everything on time, or like whatever was required was pretty much communicated to us.
There was fine,
but the only thing was, you know, the way it was communicated. Like, it was condescending, and we would expect that this kind of behavior doesn't persist. Like, I don't know.
It was just total, like, so I wasn't there. It's just, I've never had that before, so it was a bit. Kind of want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking.
I know, and these kind of situations do like shell shock you as to, like, you don't really know how to respond right away. You don't know how, if it's like, if you are making it a bigger deal than it is. And you don't want to, like, you know, get into it. You don't want to be like, oh, by the way, I'm right here. You don't want to pull a carrot, basically.
You know what's interesting? We're getting a lot of comments saying, don't send an email. This is their culture. They don't communicate with women. Interesting. And someone else said, you shouldn't look into it that hard. The guy was just shy. I don't know if he was shy.
It can be so many factors.
But it could
like,
be.
Someone could be shy about this whole situation and just like not like the culture. I get it. Like, they don't want to make eye contact. Some as in do it as a sign of respect. Some don't do it because they're shy or more reserved. And of course, like, you are a pretty woman, so I mean, you know, putting that aside
no,
in this specific one, like, you do have people that are condescending. And people who do want to, like, you know, who feel like women are not capable of anything too complicated.
It kind of felt a little bit like that, because I understand the eye contact and the culture, and that's why it's never, like, I never would have questioned it before, but it was how he was explaining it. It's just that it's an international bank where I would expect that men and women would be on a level playing field in terms of their capabilities, and it felt like it was being directed to someone else. But I do hear the comments, and, like, if if it is a culture thing that maybe
and there's
not
also
aware of.
training involved, right? Like these customer service agents, they get trained on how to deal with customers, men, women, people coming in with no clue as to like what they're signing up for. They are trained on how to talk to them. So regardless, like with the training, you are behaving like this with a customer, I would personally not think it's cool. But if you guys say no email, I don't know.
If you guys say no email, I'm going to take that because I don't want to get this person into trouble. But it was really surprising how he didn't speak to me that day.
Yeah.
But I hear your comments. Thank you for your feedback as always. We do love to read your comments before, during, and after the show. We love that the city is an open place, and all comments are welcome until all comments are welcome. Jumping into our top story, we're talking all things traffic.
So traffic is increasing, but RTA has a solution. So traffic in Dubai has been causing quite a stir lately, with motorists attributing the increase in jams to schools reopening and residents returning from vacations. And then we just got a message this morning saying World Trade Center exhibitions are back up. So that is another factor contributing to the traffic. But fret not, because the Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, in Dubai is on a mission to tackle this gridlock head on. And the RTA has unveiled 3 ambitious road projects aimed at elevating traffic congestion on some of the city's busiest routes, promising smoother journeys for all.
So yes, they have. This is big news. The blow are 3 of Dubai's upcoming road traffic projects that will ease traffic. So number 1, Hessa Street. The word you hate to hear, Hessa Street. The first project involves expanding a 4.5 km section of Hessa Street, stretching from Sheikh Zayed Road to its junction with Al Khail Road, where we do see blockages. So once this is completed, this upgrade will significantly increase its capacity, accommodating up to 16,000 vehicles per hour, and basically means less traffic on that junction.
I remember when I used to go to university via that route, and every single morning my mom would just look at the congestion and be like, oh, because it's like hours and hours, like just getting there and then coming back. Just Hessa, both the ways, it's so troublesome, time consuming. So it's great that RTA are doing something about this. Now, Sakim, next up is Sakim Street, where a 4.6 kilometer segment connecting Al Khail Road to Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road is due for a substantial makeover. The goal here is to support a capacity of 16,000 vehicles per hour.
And finally, Al Khalij Street, last but not least, they will see a 3-kilometer section transformed, running from the Infinity Bridge ramp to Cairo Street. This project will feature 3 1.5-kilometer underpasses. So
this, of course, is welcome news coming. It comes following a comprehensive review of strategic projects and initiatives by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Dubai's Crown Prince and Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai. Sheikh Hamdan took a tour of the Intelligent Traffic Systems (ITS) Center in Al Barsha, one of the world's most advanced traffic control centers.
And during his visit, Sheikh Hamdan was briefed on the RTA's ambitious plan to have 100% of Dubai road networks covered by intelligent traffic systems by 2026, so not too far off. Currently, 60% of road networks are already under the system. And with these impressive developments, Dubai is well on its way to smooth, hassle-free commutes for all of its residents and visitors. Now, can I just say, I know traffic is a problem. School is back. And I see a lot of communities talking about on the Facebook groups, you know, like this is a problem. What is amazing about the RTA is that they are incredibly responsive. So if you go on to Twitter now and you say, I have traffic in this area, you will get a response from them letting you know whether there's an update happening or not. But it's good that, and most of the updates, they do actually have valid responses, informative.
Yeah.
So if you do have an issue pertaining to RTA, and it could be anything to do with road networks, get onto Twitter and you'll get a response.
100%. Like Twitter X. I tell you, these CEOs and millionaires and billionaires just ruling the world, changing everything. But yes, going back to traffic, like if you see the post that we shared yesterday, we shared 2 posts on traffic, and people just like vented out their traffic woes. And we do have a screenshot of like the way RTA responds, and like Casey said, they're very like proactive with the responses, and they let you know exactly what's happening. But yeah, you know what? It is just unusual. Like in the last couple of weeks, I think since schools have started. Yeah, it's schools. But it's like a friend of mine, he left work from JLT at 5:30 p.m. and he reached home only at 8 p.m. from JLT to Al Nahda. Like the traffic going towards Sharjah was so incredible that he was just stuck, like absolutely stuck, and only got home at 8 past 8.
Back a couple of years ago, when our JLT office, the team who lived in Sharjah would always wait until 7 p.m., 7:30 to leave, because it's just, you're just either sitting in traffic or sitting in the office.
Yeah. And it's better to sit in the office, I guess, than traffic. And you have Sheikh Zayed Road, and you see, like, whether you want Salik, non-Salik, depending. But like both the routes are so congested at that specific time. And then metros as well. Like, I don't think we've spoken about metros, but metro congestion is also a thing, because like there's an influx of people back in Dubai after summer vacations, and now you're just seeing jams everywhere.
The city is busier, and I think we notice, remember though, when the roads were so empty, it was so quiet, and no one knew which way any city was going to progress. But Dubai has come out, trumps really, and the city is busier than pre-COVID to some extent. So I think it's just we had a couple of years of very, very quiet, and now it's like back up and running, and more people are moving to the city than ever before, which is essentially a good thing.
It's great,
great things in the economy, so many entrepreneurs, so many businesses started, and the result of that is busier roads. However, we also do have an incredible leadership who really is on the ball in terms of these road improvements. They have the money to do it, and they are looking at the most congested points. There have been improvements to the Sharjah roads recently, and now they're looking at Hessa Street, which will accommodate more traffic in the future. And I know as you're sitting in it daily, it is painful. So until it's fixed, it's hard to hear, but there are improvements coming. That's all you can say.
And with traffic back, we know people are back, and with that, events will be back, and winter is coming. So there are silver linings to everything. And speaking of silver linings. There
are free Wi-Fi spots in over 23,000 spots in the city. This number just shook me this morning. I had no idea. So while you're getting out of bed, Dubai is mapping out a blueprint for other cities to follow. Dubai's digital transformation offers a unique blueprint for the cities of tomorrow, according to Dubai Media Office, as the city is on track to become the world's smartest city. Now, as part of its digital transformation, we're going to take you through some of the key facts that the government is keenly working on behind the scenes to make Dubai a smart city, including the fact that there are free Wi-Fi connectivity spots in 23,600 locations throughout the city.
So Dubai moves to become a smart city are nothing new. Dubai's moves are nothing new, and Dubai's digital journey commenced more than 2 decades ago when it launched its pioneering e-government initiative in 2000. This was followed by Smart Government Initiative in 2013 and a comprehensive digital program that eliminated paper transactions by the end of 2021.
Yes, it did. Today, the Emirates government services have reached a digitalization rate of 99.5%, and the government is 100% paperless, which is incredible. More than 120 government smartphone applications have also been developed.
So let's take a look at the Dubai Now app. With this application, citizens and residents can gain access to more than 170 public and commercial sector services from more than 35 organizations, all at their fingertips, saving them a considerable time and hassle. Paying for parking, applying for a visa, filing a police report, recycling waste, and reporting a traffic accident are just some of the services that Dubai Now app offers.
It's basically a one-stop shop for government services. If you're living in Dubai and you're a resident, raise your hand if you use it on the reg. Do you?
I think so. Yeah, I do.
Annie, okay, you're using Dubai Now?
It's
because you live at home. I think. Yeah, you're less
you're
services.
Alone
no, but you drive. You can pay your fines on it. It's got so many. You can pay any, for example, phone bills, because it's connected to Etisalat and Do. It's super duper in terms of an app.
Yeah.
Super duper. But also back to the free Wi-Fi. There are 23,000 spots, and if you want to check them, you can check them via the Do website. It has connectivity to a point, so you can check your email, you can check your preferred social media apps, chat applications, but you can't video stream. You can't just go and watch Netflix, I think. But you can do all of kind of like essential activity to get you in touch with people in 23,000 spots, and all the spots are linked on the Do website.
That's amazing for students, for tourists, for visitors, for residents, for those who have run out of data plans, who have run out of minutes, minutes I think also works. But yeah, it's just Free Wi-Fi is the way forward. Globally, we should just have free Wi-Fi. We shouldn't even be paying for data at this point. It should just be free Wi-Fi across the world, every city, every corner, every village, every sector, every area.
But I doubt not many cities can offer free Wi-Fi to the extent that we do. And as you said, this has been a project since 2000. Like this whole digital transformation, it doesn't happen in a day. And it's same with the roads transforming. It doesn't happen in a day or a week. It's due to the fact that, 23,000 now, maybe in a few years, it'll be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It's due to kind of like the pre-planning, putting this kind of vision in place to become the world's smartest city, and then the little steps it takes to get there. So for example, free Wi-Fi, a government app where we can do all of our services, going paperless, which is amazing for the environment, and it also means we can do our transactions online. With the Dubai Rest app I talk about, you can do all of your property things online. It saves you a lot of time and hassle than actually going to these service buildings whatever day of the week. So it's amazing. It saves you time, but also saving the city money in the long run, even though it's been billions of dirham investment to get us to this point.
Casey has all the app hacks, I tell you. But apart from all of that, like you mentioned, which are like obviously like valid points, apart from that, it's like it adds to the safety also of the city, because you never know when an emergency might occur and you will need Wi-Fi, and you don't have access to it. And then you have a city that has free Wi-Fi in so many different corners, in various corners. So it adds the whole safety aspect of it as well.
So true.
Sorry.
What? According to, thanks to here, so in 2016, the UN declared Wi-Fi a human right. And Dubai is making that happen for us. You're so right in terms of safety, like the practical features for the likes of you and me. We go out, it's the 20th of the month. We have no Wi-Fi, we have no data left. I don't know why it happens every single month, but there's nothing left. And you need to source that free Wi-Fi. So you're outside restaurants.
100%.
You're asking a pal,
Wi-Fi.
Can I hotspot you? But we can just follow this map and you can go around Dubai. You can connect to your preferred social apps. You can access your emails.
Now all we need next is free calls, unlimited minutes for everyone, for you, for you. But jumping into our next story, the Dubai municipality conducts over 350 inspections at school canteens. So Dubai school canteens are under the spotlight with over 350 rigorous food inspections conducted by the Dubai municipality, and their mission is to ensure these canteens are up to snuff when it comes to food safety standards and health guidelines, safeguarding the well-being of students. Now, these periodic inspections are more than just routine checkups. They're all about making sure that food is handled, stored, and prepared with the utmost care, from checking temperatures to scrutinizing the cleanliness of fruits and veggies. No detail is overlooked.
And this work is so important, but it's not just about the food itself. The municipality is also on the lookout for overall hygiene standards in these canteens that your kids are going to every day. They are ensuring that students are not only eating well, but eating safely. So the inspections are part of the larger Our Schools Are Healthy and Safe initiative, with Dubai municipality conducting checks in over 500 educational and commercial establishments across the city.
But it's not just about the food itself. The municipality is also on the lookout for overall hygiene standards in these canteens, ensuring that students are not only eating well, but are eating safely and safely. So the dedication to maintain high standards in educational institutions ensures that students can focus on learning without any worries about their meals.
It's such important work to ensure that kids are just eating safe food, to ensure that we're maintaining standards across the city. The government are taking this initiative super duper seriously. And I think this is just music to parents' ears, to ensure that the hygiene standards are up to par.
I mean,
essential work.
We've heard stories about how things happen in other countries where food is not really it doesn't meet the safety standards, and kids go back home with food poisoning or some issue or the other just from the food that they've consumed from the canteens. So this is great, the transparency that Dubai is setting out, and just we are going and having these inspections, and your school kids will we will make sure the kids studying in this city are safe and provided with only the best.
I loved canteen food in school when I was working in here. You said the Caesar's pizzas, they had this nice little salad, and then pasta day was always great. I was just thinking.
We had Abela Catering, I forgot the name, but oh my God, their food, and every morning we had really nice cheese manakish, the best ever, 5 dirhams.
And
Oh
you
my
would
God.
smell it in the morning when you're walking through the school and you're just
Yeah.
thinking, today's going to be a good day.
Oh yeah. Even universities, like university canteens, like, oh my God. I don't want to. Let's not get into it.
Canteen is good here.
So good. Oh yeah, what do you mean here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just thinking, canteens, it's just nice when your food's prepared for you. What a treat. You know?
100%.
What a life we do live. It's 8:53 and our final story is also related to Dubai. If you look at the theme of our stories this morning, it's all about, traffic, but there's a solution. Free Wi-Fi across the city. Municipality is, ensuring maintaining hygiene standards. There's such a theme of the city always looking to develop, and the results of this survey are the proof of that, because the world's best country list is here. It's an annuals ranking. Now, what is the best country in the world? Well, there's an annual ranking here to tell us. So created by US News and World Report, it is the result of surveys of 17,000 people in 36 countries, and they look at 87 nations, and the UAE continues to climb in this report.
So the rankings consider how well each country manages dozens of issues, including social justice, economic, safety, and leadership. The overall ranking of best countries looks at global performance on a variety of metrics, and the UAE features in the top 10 for the first time.
So we're looking at the list, and just as a side note, in 2022, we came 21 out of 85. And this year, I'm so sorry because I gave Simran those numbers. We actually were in the top 20 for the first time. But it's the first time we've reached there, and it's an annual ranking that people really look at the metrics. And, it's kind of a big win when you're featuring in the top 20 of this global list. So at 20 was China. And then 19 is the UAE. Now I'm going to go to the top 10 countries. And then I'm going to look at the metrics. So at number 1 country in the world is...
let me guess.
Yeah.
USA.
No.
No?
I'll give you a couple more guesses.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Switzerland?
Well done.
Oh my God, I should have gone with that first. I had a feeling, but I'm like, if the survey is conducted by the USA, probably.
I wouldn't have gone Switzerland.
But Switzerland's the happiest place to be.
No, I think that's one of the
Netherlands?
It's one of the Scandinavian countries is the happiest countries.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Norway.
I don't
Norway.
Well,
Norway.
Sweden is number 3. So it goes Switzerland, best country in the world, then Canada, then Sweden, Australia number 4, US number 5, Japan number 6, Germany number 7, New Zealand number 8, UK number 9, and Netherlands number 10. Where is Ireland?
Where's India?
Ireland, India not featured. Name your country, I'll let you know. Ireland is number 23 in the world. Now, the UAE, we rank well on adventure, agility, cultural influence, entrepreneurship. We rank very highly. Open for business, of course. Power, quality of life. We have quite a low score, but I think that we deserve quite a high one. I think that's where also heritage, it's not one of our highest ranks, but I think we deserve to be scored higher. So no doubt we shall continue to move up on this list.
Just give us, I think, not even a couple more months. Dubai will be on this list, topping it next year if we know Dubai best. But yeah, that's incredible that we've even made this list. It's amazing. But I see the top 10 countries, and it's... Did I just call Dubai a country? Yes, I did. The UAE.
Oh yeah, we're talking. We do.
Yeah, we do it a lot. Okay, so like the top 10, I totally like vouch for it. I totally see it. Like the amount of stories I've heard of people just like residing there, and a lot of my friends who've gone there for studies, like very seldom do they say bad things about it. So it's great.
I don't know. I disagree because I didn't grow up here. Yeah. So I've been here for 10 years, and I feel so blessed to live in such a safe country where there is amazing opportunity, safe. We talk about the great reasons to live here all the time. Coastal, but still a city. That type of like sunny all year round. So actually, I think that we deserve to be ranked much higher, and I'd put us.
I mean, we also have the shatabs. Why aren't we number 1? Actually, you're right. Like with the shatabs, we should be topping that list.
I just look at the top 10 and I think there's a couple of countries there that we could easily nudge out, in my personal opinion.
Do any of them have shatabs?
No.
No.
Japan is in there though, and I bet they've got something.
Oh, yeah. They have like the like the golden
self-flushing,
self-spraying.
Yeah, they've got
Toto.
something great
it's called
there.
Toto or something.
I don't know.
Yeah. Japan.
Oh, Japan. We really want to go. On that note, it is 8:57 on a Thursday morning. If you're just joining the show, a reminder that we are not doing the show tomorrow. We're taking a little trip to celebrate Lovin turning 8 years old and Lovin Cairo turning 1. So we're celebrating that in Egypt with the whole team, which is super duper exciting. So we will see you on Monday morning when we're going to be joined by a financial expert who is going to answer your questions. If you have trouble with debt, if you need help saving, anything of that nature, send in your questions and we will get them answered with an expert on the show on Monday morning. So until then, goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me and have a great weekend.